Morning all. It's the Wednesday 5th of November, 11:31 in the morning UK time, and welcome. I'm in a bit of a rush this morning because a peculiar series of events has happened. So it's 1:30. I usually 11:30. I'm usually get this done and dusted and try and get it posted for 12 o'clock, so I'm in a bit of a rush this morning. Right, first of all, personal. I woke up this morning and I've got a bit of a hearing problem. Now I don't know what it is, never had it before, but it feels very much like when you've been swimming or in the shower and got some water in your ear and the sound is a bit muffled, but it's not exactly like that. There's nothing in my ear, there's no water or anything, but if I certain noises, like I've got a ceramic coaster here, and if I tap my mug on it, I can hear the tapping there where it's coming from, but I can also hear a faint not echo, at the same time a faint noise in my ear, and it just started with this left ear, and now I've just turned my head and it clears a little bit. It's very, very weird, very, very weird. There's something going on. So anyway, I've got a doctor's appointment on Monday. Not doctors, practice nurse actually, for my annual check-up, blood test and height and weight and blood pressure and all that sort of thing. Cholesterol, diabetes. But it's only with the practice nurse, it's not with the doctor. So I'm going to go there, mention it to her, and if she says get an appointment, I'll get an appointment there and then. And it's not worrying, but it's just worrying, if you know what I mean. Even talking, I can hear it inside my ears. Anyway, old age, senility, whatever. So let's crack on, because we've a bit to get through today. Another set of peculiar circumstances. So I picked 3 out yesterday and I put them up, but I was so undecided whether to back them or not. I was umming and ahhing because the price of every one had crashed overnight. As it happened, I didn't back any of them. So the first one, Ecclefechan, it had been, I think it was 10 overnight. The night before. It had gone down to 7.20 in the morning. It actually went off at 3.60 on the exchanges, which was 9-4, second favourite, and it came second by a neck. I didn't watch the race, but obviously there was a gamble on that. There was a bit of money on it, there was a gamble on it, but I didn't back it. Now, Resdev in the race at Redcar, that was about 8 overnight, I think it was, or 8.6, and it had come down to 5. Well, it went off at 5.82, and I actually watched about half that race. I looked at the time and thought, oh, that race will be off, I'll put it on. So I did, and it was leading about halfway through the race. It was leading, but it faded. And one came past it going strong, and the thing that came past it was the outsider of 5. I forget what it was called now, but it won at 13-2 SP and 9s on the exchanges. So that was a little bit annoying, because I picked Resdev out as being the outsider of 5, and it was no longer the outsider of 5. But the outsider of 5 won, so what can you say? And then Red Derrick, that had been 17 overnight, came down to 10.5, and it went off at 10.5, and basically ran like a 10.5 horse. I think it was, I don't know whether it was last or next to last, but it certainly didn't show, and I didn't watch that race. So that was that little sequence. Bit annoying, but I didn't have a bet, and as it happened, they all three lost. Now then, we go on to the second set of circumstances. Now these I picked out last night about 11 o'clock, 10:30. After the football was over, I watched the goals show for the Champions League. I like watching all the goals going, and then I watched the Liverpool highlights because that was on Prime. Although I've got Prime, but I watched the goals show anyway. So when that was over, I picked these horses out. Now Boyles Hill was 42s overnight, and looking this morning, it was about 40. So it hadn't moved much. But Shiplake in the 1700 at Kempton, that was 32 overnight last night. This morning it was 16s. So that had shot in again. Oh, I actually put these bets on last night. I took the SP. I took the price showing at the time, because I thought if they're going to come in, I'm going to get some value, like all the others had done. The other three that I picked out, they all came in price. So I took the price. I put £1 on each. As I say, Boyles Hill was showing about the same, but Shiplake had come into 16s. Now, when you look at it, you won't be able to see this, I don't think, because it's too small. But it was actually showing at 16s, and it was showing 80 some p cash out, 83p. So I cashed out. I thought, well, I'll take that, 83p. It was showing 14.5 there. You can't see it on there, but it was showing 14.5. You might just be able to see it there, right in the middle, 14.5. So I took 83 pence profit. I thought, I'm having that. Why not? Money for old rope. All right, if it wins at 42, yeah, I'll have lost quite a bit, but I'm getting so confused as to what I'm doing these days now. Anyway, about an hour ago, I went through them all again for a final time, and Boyles Hill had come in a little bit, but it was only 3 pence profit. Cash out for 3 pence profit. So I did. You can just about see it there. Cash out, £1.03. So I thought, just, pack in, give up, take it. So I took 3 pence profit on that. So whether I'll back them again, I'm not going to back them again later. I'm leaving. I've made a profit on them. I'm not going to back. I know it's only 86 pence, and who cares? But I'm not going to back them again. I've picked another 5 out. I've picked 5 out. It just gets funnier and funnier, this story. It's weirder and weirder. So I've picked 5 out now. And the reason I picked all these out, because they're all showing at big prices. Bigger prices than I would expect them to be. Apart from, well, Cool Angel was one. I picked it out. And it was showing at 9s. It had drifted out overnight. I don't know what it was last night, because I didn't specifically look at it. But it had drifted out. It was showing at 9s. And then when I looked at it again, it's showing at 5.90. So it's had a massive drift, and then it's having a big coming back in again. So take no notice of the numbers at the side, 17, 18. Those aren't the numbers. I just fitted them in on my spreadsheet lower down. So anyway, those were the 5 I picked for today, and I've got to make a decision. Am I going to back them? Well, you've got to make a stand, haven't you, sometime? So I am. I'm going to back them. £1 on each. There they are. I'm not going to read them all out. My ears are annoying me. It's muffled. Sound of my own voice is muffled in my ears, in my head. So I'm going to stop talking. So there's 1 or 2 shorter prices there, but there's 1 or 2 outsiders. I think Sophisticated's, I'm not sure whether it's rank outsider or next to the last in the betting or whatever. It's one or the other. So let's have a look. It was an 8-runner race, and it's 7th at the moment. It's 21. But again, when I actually picked it out, it was 13, and it's drifting now. It's 21. It's weird day. Cool Angel was 650 when I picked it out, and then it went out to 9s, and it's now back in shorter than when I picked it. It's 590. Smasher was 650 when I first picked it, and it was 8 when I checked it a short while ago. And Verizon was 4, and it's now 430. So little bit of a drift. So anyway, those are the ones I'm backing, for good or bad. I know it's been a bit of a waffle this morning, but it's a lot to go through this morning. Anyway, it's nearly 11:45 now, so I'm going to finish this and get it put straight on, get it put up. And as usual, best of luck if you're having a bet today. I really don't know what I'm doing, I've got to admit it. Sheer incompetence. I change my mind too often. I just change them. I pick horses out, and then something happens, they drift or they come in, and I go off them, and I think no, I pick something else, and for a different reason, and I go off, and I've no consistency at all in the picking at the moment. That's been my problem for a while. I've just I've no confidence, I've no consistency. I'm darting here and there and everywhere, just trying to make something stick, and nothing is doing. So I might even pack in. You get to the stage. I know I was going to my £100. I'm going to back. I really want to do that. I just want to stick at it till it's either gone or I make some money at it. But I'm just up and down, here and there, hither and thither. All over the place. So I'm going to back these. Definitely. I'm having £1 on each of these. Don't care. I'm doing it. So if you want to back these, I'd be wary. If you want to back your own, do so. Enjoy it. Just put your money on. Enjoy it. I've got a bank. I've got a bank of money that I'm not bought. If it goes, it goes. I've deposited it on that betting site, and as far as I'm aware, as far as I care, it's gone. So if I come out of it at Christmas with any profit, that's fine. Or even if I've got some left, if I've 50 quid left, if I haven't lost it all, that's fine. Whatever. Que sera, sera. Leave it to fate, leave it to chance, blah blah blah. Right, I've gone on way too long. I'll leave it for now, and as usual, best of luck. Best of luck in your betting. Ta-ra.